fall. She make you pay, rich, get you bought. They the Billy to valet and let that try to bump. Let me pop off, leave the club, sloppy drunk, come home. Hey girlies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Taylor Madison, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my soft glam makeup look. I'm very excited to give you guys this look because honestly I was never a girl that was like too into makeup for real. Like I was like, I'm gonna have to spend all this money on products, and I was not trying to do that as a beginner. So this is very drugstore friendly. I do have a few, you know, higher end makeup products, but honestly you can still achieve this look with drugstore products from CVS. So let's get into the video. I personally just start with my brows because I feel like this is going to frame the rest of my face. I use the NYX the brow glue in the shade dark brown. And I basically just brush up in an upward motion. I like my brows very defined. Nothing crazy, I just brush them up. And I like the peak by my eye right here a little bit more fluffy, so it should look like that. My brows are a little bit barer. I go in with a Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, kind of just in a feathering motion. Moving on, I just use my primer by ColourPop. It's the Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer by ColourPop. And I just take the littlest bit and I put that all over my face, just so that my face has a good base and foundation to start with. I don't really put it too far on my forehead just because I don't put much makeup on my forehead. Sometimes I add just a little bit my neck. Now that the primer is on, you can definitely tell a difference in my skin. It just looks a lot more glowy and it has that shiny finish. Now moving on, since we have the primer already on our face, I just go in with my Pro Conceal by LA Girl. This has been my ride or die. I found out about this product in like middle school and I never switched up. So this is what I'm saying, like you can still get drugstore products and get the same effect. But basically I'm putting this right under my eye and brushing in like a triangle motion. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. You want to kind of create a kind of crease where your nose is, just to give like a contouring effect. And this shade just blends in so perfectly with my skin, and you can already kind of see the difference. I focus my main area as my chin, the bridge of my nose, under my eye, and around my nose. I even put a little bit on the top of my forehead, but not too much. And that looks good to me. We're gonna let this sit for like 1 to 2 minutes because we want to get the full effect of the product. Like, who knew I would do a makeup video? I literally said in my DR vlog, I was like, I don't know much about makeup. My roommate taught me everything I know about makeup, and now here I am doing a makeup video. Like, it's really crazy. Really crazy. Y'all, tell me why I lost my best brush that I would use to blend out my concealer. I lost it. I'm just gonna use my little Hello Kitty brush. I don't think it says the size, but this is the brush that I'm using. And I'm just gonna start from my chin and lightly dab. You don't want there to be any lines or marks. This should be completely blended out by the time you're done. This is basically acting as our foundation, but it's a little bit lighter coverage, and that's why I appreciate it, because nobody wants a cakey face. Like in the corner of my eye, I try and start with a brush just because I feel like the beauty blender does take off a lot of product, and then whatever is not fully blended, I use my beauty blender. Not too much on the beauty blender, y'all. Not too much, but I just go ahead and make sure everything is very smooth and well blended. Sometimes I even bring it down to my neck just to keep the application very smooth and seamless. If y'all are watching up until now, please comment down below and tell me what videos you want to see next. I'm planning on doing a college apartment tour. Maybe like just of my room. We're gonna have to see. I think that looks pretty blended at this point. Oh my gosh, I have to show you guys my nails. I'll put her at right here. They're so perfect. They're so perfect. I don't know if this has, oh, the shade is medium tan in the e.l.f. contour. So this little applicator is a little bit too big for me. So I basically just use 3-2 Real Technique smudge brush. I just take a little bit off the top, and then I'm just gonna apply that right on the bridge of my nose. So it should look something like that. I kind of like did a little bit too much, but I think it'll be fine. After, I just make like 3 little dots, and then I just blend that in with my beauty blender, starting from my cheek. And you just do slight dabbing motions. It's honestly a little bit tricky, but I think I get back to it. So I'm gonna go back in with our concealer that we used in the beginning and just lightly highlight. And we can redefine this area. Okay, I'm just gonna take the same brush that we used, the little Hello Kitty flat brush, and blend that in. Perfect, much better. Period. Like, I don't know, like nose contouring, like I still have to get used to it, but I feel like that's cute. Okay, so now that the nose contouring is done, we are going to do our under eye. I like a bright under eye, so I clearly have to re-up on these, but it just goes to show I really use the e.l.f. concealer. Like, it's really tea for me. I double up because the shade does not necessarily like match me perfect. I feel like it's not bright enough, so I do a little bit under my eye. I do like 3 dots. I do a little bit on my nose, my forehead again, and just the bottom of my chin. And this is in the shade what shade is this? I'll put the shade like right here. But yeah, this is the shade that I use first, and then I just go in with the lighter shade in the inner corner and just basically going over it, and it's gonna dry. I'm gonna let this dry for about 1 to 2 minutes. And now we're gonna take our powder puff. I use a powder puff for this step because I feel like a beauty blender is gonna take off too much of the product, so we want that product to really stretch. Starting off with my forehead. And my chin. And we're just gonna pinch, like it should be pinched when you're doing the inner corner. And you just want to drag down the slightest bit and tap very carefully. And then same for the other side. It's a little bit rough right now, but we're gonna go back in and blend it out. And then I just take the bottom of the powder puff and I just blend it out. I'm gonna go again with the lighter shade of the e.l.f. concealer right on the inner corner, nowhere else. Right on the inner corner. We want this to be the brightest part of our face, so I'm just doing that again. I'm gonna let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes. While we wait for that, I'm gonna go in again. Like, you see how useful she is? Like, period. I'm gonna go in again and line our eyebrows. I really don't like to do too much with this step because I feel like my eyebrows are already naturally like very sharp. I do pluck them, but I don't like that like harsh look, so I want it to be soft and dolly. But this like really makes it easy, just to the applicator there, just to just brush very effortlessly. Period. The same brush that we used in the beginning to just blend that all out. Nice and seamless. You can just carry it up a little bit, but I don't do too much on my forehead just because I feel like my forehead is already pretty clear. Now we're going to just bake the inner corner. That should be nice and ready for us. We're not going to bring it as far to our nose as we did the first time. This should just be right below your eye. And you really can see a difference, like, just by adding that little bit. I feel like this side has more. Perfect. So now that we have that bright under eye look that we want, time for my favorite part. Concealer is the lower end, but the other products that I have, they're pretty good. But I recommend just starting off, you know, with your basics, you know, from e.l.f., NYX, anything that you could find like drugstore, like CVS, Walmart, Target. I started off with Milani, and they have a lot of good products. Like, I don't know if I would consider them like higher end. But yeah, so I basically just use my cream blush next, and this is the Morphe in the shade Aquadacious Apricot. This was actually a gift. My friend gave this to me, but it's perfect. Like, it's so cute, little mirror. But it's the perfect shade. Like, I just feel like it complements my skin so well. So I honestly just go in with my finger for this because I want to get the most amount of product, and I feel like sometimes the brush takes away the product. So just use my finger, and I go right above my cheekbone. Like, this color is so pigmented, it's so perfect. So perfect. A little bit, same on the other side. I stop at like the middle of my eye. But just not too much, not too much. Like, how can you ever have too much blush though? Yeah, this pigment is really taking it. There. Period. Period. Just blush a little bit. Cheeks. Perfect. I'm going to be going in with my translucent setting powder by ColourPop. So I just take the smallest bit. I feel like I don't really like setting powder that much, but it does keep your makeup intact. So I just go in with a different beauty blender, just because you don't want to use this one that you used for your cream products, your wet products, for dry products. I'm just putting it in the cap and then dabbing onto my powder puff, dropping away the excess and then blowing it off. And that's how it's gonna go on your face. Set the inner corner, your nose, you're gonna set your eyebrow, and just a little bit under your eye. And then I just use the excess, dab it away. So now that my face is set, I'm just going to take, this is the F18, any excess powder, because sometimes I feel like it leaves that like white kind of cast, and we don't want that. And I'm just gonna go in with my F20 brush and just lightly bronze up this area. Right underneath where I put my blush is where you want your bronzer. And same spot. Okay. You can also apply this a little bit on your forehead just to give some dimension. I love when products come with like the little mirror. I think it's so cute. But just for a little dimension, you know? Period. Okay. So now that that is done, bronzer I feel like is just that girl. Like, it's the extra detail, it's the extra step, you know, that really takes it there. So now that the bronzer is on, time for one of my favorite parts. This is very like added into my collection. I'm very excited to introduce her. It's the One Size 3D blush trio. This was a birthday gift. I'm very excited about this. It actually has a cream blush that I've never touched, kind of like medium, like pink, like a girly pop pink. But I really like peach on me, and I feel like it goes with the Morphe cream blush. So this is the one that I'm going to be using. It's in the shade BBL. This is my blush brush. I've had this like since I first started like trying makeup and stuff, so it's the OG right here. But yeah, so I'm basically just gonna apply this a little bit on my nose. I like blush on my nose, and I'm just gonna dab into the blush that I already have. And just a little bit more. I'm gonna go into the inner eye a little bit. And there we go. I feel like sometimes I'm a little blush like blind, but it's okay. Liner that I use for every single look is the Smoke and Topaz. It's by NYX and it's the Vivid Bitch. She is that girl. Like, it's a perfect shade of brown. Now that I'm like very into lip liner, like I love lip liner. Tell me why. I saw some TikTok and it was like, oh, like I don't like when my girl put that little mustache on her lips. Like, hold on, it's not for y'all, it's for us. It's very cute. It's giving brats. Like, I love a good lip liner moment. I don't blend it in much. Like, I'm gonna go in with my butter gloss. I love this one by NYX, my NYX butter gloss. Just because I feel like you need that. Like, it completes the look. Yes, like to give that extra oomph, you know. I have the Benefit FanFest mascara. I feel like this just completes the look. Like, it was already given like Barbie doll, but yeah, this really takes it there. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm just going to set my face, and right now what's on my makeup wish list is the One Size setting spray, and I literally have a Sephora gift card. I just haven't made it to Sephora, so it's coming guys. But right now I'll be using the e.l.f. makeup mist and set to just set this in place. I really don't need to put it on right now because it's coming right off, but let me just 1, 2, let that dry real quick. This is the finished makeup, period. Let me give y'all a little close-up. Honestly, I feel like this look is perfect for any occasion. I'm so happy that I finally found a makeup look that like just makes me feel grown, classy, and cute. If you did like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, let's go. I'm being this murder. I don't fight a nigga that had it. Now she got every nigga wanna fight me. I'm in spine like you.